Classes in session, hitting the books, MLB show Wednesday, May the 7th. Ian Cameron and Connor Mack back in the house today, ready to break down the Wednesday MLB slate. Well, what's left of it, we did have a bunch of day games today, but there's still plenty of action still to come with the evening slate of games, so we'll get right into it. We will begin with the Texas Rangers taking on the Boston Red Sox. Tyler Amali on the mound here for the Rangers, and we've got Tanner Houck getting the start here for the Red Sox. We've got Boston minus 140, home favorites, 9.5 the total here in this game, shaded towards the over. Texas made a change with their hitting coach, fired their hitting coach, and you can understand why. This Rangers team that has not been what we expected offensively. They've struggled to score runs. They've struggled at the plate most of the season. They didn't struggle last night, though. They had no problems against Lucas Giolito, and I was on Texas last night. I thought that price was very cheap with Nathan Eovaldi and the Texas Rangers last night. I kind of like them again here in this, now that they're getting plus 120, but I like the over here. Molly's got some warning signs of regression on the way, even though he's gotten off to a solid start. I don't know if he's going to be sustaining this moving forward, and I'm still not sold on Tanner Houck. He's had some rough starts this year, in particular at Fenway. So with the hitting change, maybe a sign that maybe just a new voice from a hitting coach standpoint going to help this Rangers lineup start to get their offense going. And we saw signs at least of their lineup starting to get it going last night in that win against Boston. So I'm on the over 9 here. And now with the price climbing a bit, I do lean to the Rangers here as an underdog. I'm not ready to lay this price with Houck. What do you think here, C-Mac, with this one, Rangers, Red Sox?
Yeah, I at least scored some runs yesterday. It was good old new hitting coach, Brett Boone. Good old Boone family. His old man.
Yep.
As we know.
All getting into coaching now, just following his brother's footsteps, yeah.
Yeah. Hey. Aaron Boone, saw about Brett Boone, I think better player. I loved him with the Mariners too.
Yeah,
so
he had a good career, solid major league career, no question. Yep.
Yeah, Brett Boone. It's like second baseman. Yeah, you know what? When I looked at this game, I just think there could be runs. So to me, this was an under. And I just haven't bet this yet because I don't trust the pitchers. Molly's been really good. Guy doesn't throw a ton of gas, but he's been excellent. I mean, he gets tops at 92, 93. His off-speed stuff's been good. His changeup has been good this year. But he's on the road now. And Houck, I mean, it's really one start where he got just ripped. That's why his ERA is 6. I think he gave up 12 runs against the Rays in that start at Florida, as we call it, not at Tampa, wherever the park is. There's Steinbrenner Field. Yep. So when I looked at this, there's a few guys who have some solid numbers too in this game. I have an RBI on Heim here, the catcher. He's had a hit in 11 to 12 games. Swinging the bat well, 4 for 7 with 3 bombs too, and the price is crazy. Plus 800 for that for a guy who's just swinging a great bat. I think it's a must take. I had his RBIs almost 2-1, plus 195 in this one. But yeah, I think there could be runs, but I think this game could stay under too. It's tough for me in the end.
All right, Phillies and Rays. We've got the Phillies minus 160 road favorites, 8.5 the total. Christopher Sanchez, Shane Baz. The pitching matchup here in this one. Don't love what I've seen out of Baz the last couple. I mean, 2 of his last 3 starts here at Steinbrenner Field, he's been kind of ripped apart a little bit, has struggled a bit. I still like him, but I'm a little bit leery of backing him here. I like Sanchez a lot, but now do I want to lay minus 160? Not really. It's not always easy to bet unders in this ballpark, but I could see an under at least first 5 between these 2 teams possibly. I like Sanchez. Now, Baz has had 2 of his last 3 home starts have been rough against the Yankees, and he didn't pitch well against the Royals in his last home start. But I think he's the kind of pitcher that can bounce back a little bit. I definitely, at the very least, I would lean to the first 5 under. C-Mac, what do you think?
Yeah, can you trust it in this ballpark? I kind of do. Are the Rays bat's gonna wake up here? Sanchez a little bit is more I want to stay off on the road, but he's been decent. Just for him, it's been 5 or 6, give up 2 runs, 2 or less for the most part this year. And this Rays team. I just don't look at it yesterday. That's what I worry about because I kind of looked at this under 8th inning. Was it Castellanos? It's a 3-run bomb. The game ends up 7-2. I don't know if they tacked on anymore.
Yeah.
It went
over.
It's
a bad beat for the under. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I just worry something like that happens in this park a little bit. But yeah, this was an under for me as well, and kind of a big price for the Phillies. If you like them, maybe first 5, you have to go minus the half.
Yeah. All right, Padres and Yankees. Dylan Cease taking on Max Fried. The Yankees minus 180, home favorites, 8 the total in this game. There's nothing really to complain about with Fried. He's had a solid start to the year. Cease had a bit of a rough start. He's pitched, a little bit better lately. Again, though, I think the Yankees again are a little bit overpriced. And I know the Padres won the first game. Yankees got him back last night, but I'm telling you this right now that it's just I feel the Padres are a little undervalued here. Now, I do think Fried's a pretty good pitcher. I'm not rushing to fade Max Fried in this spot, but minus 180 is pretty big for the Yankees against a solid Padres squad. So I might sprinkle on a full game look here, plus 150 with the Padres. Plus the Yankee bullpen. The Padre bullpen obviously got crushed in one of the games in this series, but still overall, I think they're a solid pen. We'll see. But yeah, I just think the price is a little too big here on the Yankees. It's Padres or nothing. C-Mac, what do you think?
I know. I think it's tempting, with that number. This is a little bit large. I mean, if you want the Yankees with Fried, you have to go minus a half. First 5, that still is minus 120, right around there. So that's what's tough. I think this kind of a Yankee spot. Fried's just been dominant, this year. I mean, it's tough to go against him. At home, one of the best guys going, in the first, whatever it's been, 6 weeks of the year. And Cease, I think, kind of gets hit here a little bit. Don't trust him on the road. I think he'll give up some fly balls. I'd look to, Rice in this game, maybe Bellinger. I like Goldschmidt in the 4-hole. Swinging a decent bat to start the year. His RBI plus 170, his homer plus 550. Small sample size, 3 for 5. And a few of these Padres have some good numbers against Fried. Different time, he's with the Braves, but Arise, I think, was 6 for 10. Tatis, 4 for 7. None of them have homers, but some decent averages. Merrill, who just came back yesterday, had a couple hits. He's 3 for 4 off him. So can they get to Fried, I think, is kind of the question. If you think they can, then yeah, there's value with the Padres.
All right, Reds and Braves. We've got Hunter Green and Grant Holmes, your pitching matchup here. Atlanta minus 120, home favorites, 7.5 the total in this game. Atlanta, I'll tell you what, Grant Holmes has been kind of a frustrating pitcher for me, and I'll explain that as in I don't think he's that great, and yet he's pitched better in some of these games than I've expected. I don't think he can continue this because his other advanced numbers are not as good as his overall 3.72 ERA. He did get hit hard by Arizona a couple starts ago. Pitched better against the Dodgers. I did not see that coming against the Dodgers. 2 runs in 6 innings for Grant Holmes in that start. So, he's had 4 or 5 pretty good starts, but there's some things that point to negative regression coming for him. Meanwhile, you got Hunter Green for Cincinnati. He was terrific in his last start, 1 run allowed, and he's given up 3 runs or less 4 of his last 5 starts, and he's really pitched well against Atlanta. He pitched a gem last year here at Truist Park in Atlanta, shut out the Braves in 7 innings and only gave up 2 hits versus Atlanta when Hunter Green faced them last year. I like this spot for the Reds. They only scored. The concern is the offense. It's been dead. They've scored 2 runs in the last 3 games. That's not going to get it done. They've scored 1 run in this series so far, but they're trying to avoid a sweep. They've got the right guy on the mound. Their flamethrower, Hunter Green. He dominated the Braves when he faced them last year. I'm going to give the Reds a shot tonight to at least win the game, scratch across enough runs to win the game, and Green to pitch well here against the Braves. So I'm going to take the Reds here to avoid the sweep. Good spot, good price. I don't trust Holmes still. Plus 100, first 5 full game money line split for me, Cincinnati. C-Mac, what do you think?
Yeah, they better score some runs. God damn, this Reds team watched in the last few days. Just, whew, paint dry. I mean, ice cold at the dish. I mean, thank God they didn't give up any runs either because I had them first 5. I was glad for the push yesterday. Yeah, I think that so before the last couple of days too, the Reds have had some success versus the Braves a little bit the last couple of years. You talked about Green, his start. Even before that, dating back to 22, 23, I mean the starts have been decent here in Atlanta. He's basically gone 6 and given up 3 runs, in those. Holmes was pretty good against the Dodgers. I don't really trust him, but can the Reds get some runs? Maybe they score a bunch today. So I kind of if I have to do it here, it's Hunter Green, first 5 with the Reds.
All right, next up, we've got the White Sox and the Royals. We've got Jonathan Cannon here for the White Sox and Michael Waka Flocka Flame here for the Kansas City Royals. Kansas City, another sizable favorite here, minus 225, 8.5 the total. I mean, Kansas City at this point in time is both of these teams really. I have to lean under as far as this game is concerned. I still don't have a whole lot of faith and confidence in the 2 lineups that we're dealing with here with these 2 teams. It's just a question of what are you going to get really from the 2 starters, Waka and Cannon. Cannon with a 4.26 ERA, but he did pitch well in his last outing against the Astros. Only gave up 2 runs in 6 innings. Waka's been pretty reliable, 3 runs or less in 5 straight starts. We've had 2 unders already in this series, 3-0 and 4-3 Kansas City victories, both of them staying under. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't trust these lineups enough. I think Waka and Cannon are good enough against weak lineups to keep them in check. So it's under for me, if anything, first 5 full game. C-Mac, what do you think?
Well, first, I don't think this game goes, but yeah, on the first 2 unders, it's under. Waka shut down this team too. I mean, they had nothing off him. The averages are horrible. I think at 3 starts, he gave up 2 runs. The 2 were at Chicago. Like the 2 home starts, basically went 7 and didn't give anything up. And I think Cannon could do all right. I don't know. Royals going to finally, they got the big hit, won the game, but and they had the 9 or 10 runs. What was it on Sunday?
Yeah.
But that could happen. It's going to happen, of course. It's baseball, but man, just with the rain, everything, I don't buy it until the bats come alive.
I don't blame you. All right, Baltimore, Minnesota. Old man Charlie Morton and Simeon Woods Richardson, the pitching matchup here. Twins minus 140, home favorites, 9 the total here in this game. All right, so it's a combination of things here, C-Mac, for me. The one part of the equation is Orioles fucking suck right now. And the second part of the equation is Charlie Morton's on the mound. Give me Minnesota. Simple as that. Minnesota minus 135, minus 140. Morton's not very good. He's had a terrible season so far. And Baltimore's just terrible, period. Now, Woods Richardson is someone that's been a little bit up and down, but let's give him credit. Last 3 starts, 1 run pitched into the 6th inning against Detroit, 1 run pitched into the 6th inning against the Angels, 2 runs in his last time out against Cleveland. He's been good enough, and that might be all it takes to shut down Baltimore right now. So I'm on it's a unit across these 3 bets. It's not like I have 1 unit each. We're just split 1 unit up among 3 different Twins bets here. First 5, full game, money line, and then also the Twins team total over. I do like that. Now, I know the Twins lineup, sometimes you can't always trust them to get over their team total, but they scored 9 last night. They scored 5 in the final game against Boston, 14 runs in the last 2 games. They're starting to hit a little bit, and Morton is very hittable right now. So, yeah, Twins for me in multiple ways. C-Mac, what do you think?
Yeah, I lean over, too, in this game. I just don't know how both guys don't get hit. So they kind of put me to the team totals. And I don't want to be on the Twins. Morton, they put him in the bullpen. He's just had he's come out there once or twice, looks fine. He has to come back and start. But I don't trust Woods Richardson at all. I know this Orioles team sucks, but there's just no way. Twins with the big win yesterday. Orioles bullpen's awful. So it's like, I just thought if Morton can go give up a ton here, I think the value is with the O's. I know they've been bad. I haven't really bet them much lately, but at plus 125, first 5, I had to take a shot with them, see if these bats come alive against Woods Richardson.
All right, not a fan of Simeon Woods Richardson for maybe I should tack on that.
Not Morton, but I mean he's been off. There's nothing you can go around it. Yeah, give me the O's here early.
Yeah, that's why I'm on the team total a little bit more than the money line for the Twins for that reason. Woods Richardson still a little bit. I got to see a little bit more from him. I do agree with that. I might tack on that over 9 as well. I didn't bet it, but I might add that.
Yeah, I've been looking at it.
Baltimore could get a little offense going. I certainly think Twins can, but I do worry a little bit about Woods Richardson. We'll see how he fares. All right, next up, we got the Tigers and the Rockies. They got postponed yesterday due to weather, but they're back in action tonight. We've got Jackson Jobe, and we've got Dollander here on the mound for the Rockies. Tigers -165, road favorites. The total here is 10. Dollander's awful. I have seen him pitch multiple times. He's been terrible. He's been hit hard. Who hasn't been hit hard by this opposing lineups against this Rockies pitching staff? I like the Tigers team total over. Even at 5.5, I like the Tigers team total over here. I mean, you look at every recent loss. Go back and look at all of Colorado's losses. I'm not shitting you. I'm not kidding. You go back and look. Every recent Colorado loss, I swear, they've given up at least 6 runs. It's crazy. When they lose, they give up 6 runs minimum. It just seems to be the same old story with them. So if you like Detroit to win, which I do, I think Jobe's the wild card here because it could go over 10. He's a young pitcher with a ton of upside. I think he's got the chance to be really good, but a young pitcher in Coors for the first time, that's sometimes a little tricky. You don't always trust a young pitcher the first time they're in a ballpark like this, and sometimes it's like a culture shock. So, for me, I definitely like Tigers team total over 5.5. I do lean smaller to the full game over here as well. I definitely think Tigers are going to hit Dollander. It's a question of how does Joe fare here first time at Coors. What do you think here, C-Mac? Detroit, Colorado.
I still, this is better, if you're early and got 9.5. I think on this total. I think down the line, of course, these pitchers for the Rockies, Dollander's going to be good. They've had to rush him up, and he's just gotten tattooed.
He's not ready yet.
Yeah, he has been ready. He hasn't. I mean, this guy was not in the minors, but too long here. They just kind of skipped him and right up, and they need pitching. This is strange too. Tigers open big favorites on this is dropped down to basically 160, even below that a little bit. They're thinking the Rockies are live. When's it going to happen? They're thinking tonight that Joe gives it up. But how until the Rockies at home start scoring runs, which is going to happen? Summer comes along, they will. But they're expecting it tonight. I just haven't seen it. All year we haven't. So, and it's tough because I think the Tigers, can get theirs because this thing could go over. Rockies get 4 or 5 runs. It's just when they keep scoring 3 or less. It's been awful. And they had the day off. They were kind of on the road trip, right?
Yeah.
The Rockies.
Yeah.
And day off back home. So they're thinking they could play well. It's just like, whew. Are they here? Plus 140? Does it come way down? I don't know. Yeah. Going to this game, so I don't know if I should be betting it.
There you go. Not a strong opinion here for C-Mac on this one, and I don't blame him. All right, next up, we've got the Blue Jays and the Angels. Last game, and actually on the Wednesday night slate here, we got Jose Barrios and Yusei Kikuchi, former Blue Jay, facing his old team. We've got the Blue Jays -120 road favorites, 8.5, 9 the total in this game. This is all about subjective because Jose Barrios and Yusei Kikuchi are capable of pitching gems, especially against these inconsistent lineups. Barrios could go out there, give up 2 runs in 6-7 innings. Kikuchi, the same thing. You could also see Barrios get hit, give up 5 or 6, and Kikuchi, same thing. These are 2 guys that start to start. You're never quite sure what you're going to get, and there are consistency issues, that both of them have. So it's really interesting. I definitely loved the over last night in the game because as soon as I saw Jose Arenas pitching, give me the over.
Well, he needed it late in the game. I had a piece of it too, but it wasn't. They scored 4 in the first, nothing, and then one of the rare spots, Angels didn't give anything up and scored 8 runs, in the 8th inning.
And the Blue Jays could only get 1 run against one of the worst bullpens in baseball, the Angels. So
they couldn't do anything.
Not good. And all the damage was against the Blue Jays bullpen by the Angels to blow it open late, 8-3. I'd still lean over 8.5. Barrios was good in his last couple starts. We'll see how he fares here. Kikuchi, He's just had everything. Like he's had bad start, good start, good start, bad start, good start, bad start. That's basically been his kind of season so far for the LA Angels. But he is off a good start last time against Detroit. He gave up 2 runs in 5 innings, 8.5 lean over. But it's a tough bet to make because you're not sure. These guys could pitch a gem too. They're capable of it. And these lineups are sometimes capable of making pitching look good. So, I mean,
I know
it could go all the way around. Could be Blue Jays, could be Angels, could be over, could be under. I'd lean over, but I don't feel strong. C-Mac, what do you think?
I know that's awesome, and they're thinking Kikuchi pitches well here, and a lot of love for the Angels and some money. He's had 2 starts and he's pitched well at home. For his first 4 starts were all on the road, and he got kind of not crazy lit up. But another problem with him is the walks. That's just not going to hurt. Can the Angels take advantage of it? Back he finally broke out of it was Ward. O'Hoppe had his RBI. I think you could look to those guys. Renfroe, this guy 5 for 7 off him with a homers. RBI's plus 240. Numbers like that with a double, triple, and homer, you gotta take. Come on. And the homer's 10-1, but his RBI's plus 240. I gotta have a piece of that off Barrios. So yeah, another one was Springer. He hit a jack, in the first inning yesterday. He had some good numbers, I think 7-16 off Kikuchi. We all remember him. He used to hit lefties really, really well. As he's gotten older, it hasn't been, as great, his average. So I think Kikuchi could pitch well. That's why I'm like, this is the classic. I got to be off. Back and forth. Over got there yesterday. I think this one they could pitch well. And we'll see. I talk about Barrios all the time. It's like that first inning. If he's humming, gets by, usually he can cruise. If he has struggles, walks, it could be. That's usually his problem right away. So you might know right away in this game if you look for it live.
Exactly, and you'll be able to tell right away if both of these guys are going to have their good stuff or not. That might be the better approach to make for sure when it comes to this one. All right, Jack of the day, C-Mac. Let's have it. Any home run props that you like?
Yeah, I'll give a few. I just mentioned, but Heim plus 850. Come on, this guy's red hot, and I know he's in the 8 hole right tonight.
Yep.
Versus Houck.
Yep.
But he's swinging a great bat. 4 for 7, 3 homers. His RBI is just about 2-1, and I'm gonna go Goldschmidt. I was looking. I think Cease gives it up. I looked at Rice. Bellinger's finally been hitting a little bit. Hit a homer the other day. I don't think that's bad, but Goldie in the 4 hole at plus 550. I think it's a great number. I think we can definitely get one of those tonight. Reynolds went deep the other day right away. Loved it. This guy, he's one of the best guys. It just when I pick him to go, it's like Hap. There's these few guys. Man, if I ever see him, I got to get him a beer.
Yeah, there you go. Like, thanks for all
in an airport or something. Yeah, shit.
Thanks for all the plus money, man. You're doing me a solid right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. For me, give me Anthony Santander of the Blue Jays. He's starting to hit. He had a homer last night. He has 2 in his career against Kikuchi. So Anthony Santander, plus 400, plus 450 to go.
I like him hitting right too.
Yeah.
Power wise.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's a good matchup against Kikuchi. That's definitely one that's on my radar tonight as far as a home run prop is concerned. Against, by the way, there's I think there was one more here. Let me just see in one of the games tonight. Oh, yeah, it was Machado against Max Fried, believe it or not. He has 1 homer against Fried in his career. You're looking at plus 450. Machado for the Padres was the other one I had. But, yeah, definitely looking at I like that Santander one. Good matchup. He's had 2 bombs against Kikuchi in the past. All right. Best bets to wrap up the show, C-Mac, for this Wednesday. Best bet. What do you like?
Wow, it's tough. This is a slim here. I don't think that Royals game goes. Let's see. You know what I'm going to go with? Rob's decides here. Give me Baltimore. Orioles, first 5. We want a dog plus price. Plus 125. Orioles, first 5.
There you go. Baltimore Orioles, first 5 innings for C-Mac with his best bet. for this Wednesday. My best bet, let's go with those. I know they haven't hit a lick in this series, but gosh, I like the spot. You're trying to avoid a sweep. Hunter Green went, maybe I should be going Braves team total under instead of the Reds. And I probably will add that to my card as Braves team total under in case Cincinnati doesn't hit and they lose like 2-1, or something like that here tonight.
Yeah.
But I think Green will pitch well. He shut down the Braves last year. I'll take my chances on the money line here that the Reds avoid the sweep and get the job done. So Cincinnati plus 100 against Atlanta. We'll go with that for my best bet.
Okay.
Shout out to the chat. Nick Alvento, Phil the Kill, Steven Jackson, Fernando Mendoza, Jorge Herrera, Justin McKelvey, Oldie, Timothy Hake. We appreciate you guys joining us. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the wealth, share it with everyone that you know. The Hitting the Books channel. Appreciate it very much. We're here with you all spring and summer, talking baseball 4 days a week. No show tomorrow, as usual on Thursday. Most of the games are during the day, but we'll be back on Friday at this time with another edition of the MLB Hitting the Books show. For Connor Mack, I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Wednesday night. Enjoy the games and good luck. And we will be back on Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific for another edition of the MLB Hitting the Books show. Until then, class dismissed.
Peace.